2 minutes until showtime. One minute until showtime. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the Arena Sports Network, the Quad County Experience, where every fan has a voice and every team has a fan.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Good morning.
It's time to wake up.
This is Snowman in the Morning on the Arena Sports Network.
Did you not get the memo?
Let's get busy!
All right. Enough of this fooling around. Enough of this messing around. Enough of this waiting around. Let's just jump right into this. On your mark, get set, go. Wait, no, not now. Not now. Oh, now. Okay. Good morning. It is Friday. Woo. It is Friday. We thank all the fans for helping us get to Friday, and thank all the fans for listening to us through this week as we continue to get everything together. Man, oh man. Snowman in the Morning presented by LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorte County Life, have you heard the good news? Visit LaPorte County Life for an article on state champion Ryan Fazekas and the IHSAA 1A champion Marquette Catholic Blazers as they begin their quest for back-to-back championships. This portion also presented in part by Sowers Ford, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford dealer. Visit SowersAuto.com for more information. Much to get to, especially about the NBA draft. And I said I wasn't going to watch it last night. I said I wasn't going to watch it, but I want to say Adam Silver, wonderful job honoring Isaiah Austin, an official draft pick of the NBA. You know what? The kid would have been great. It's unfortunate that a disease has forced the end of his playing career, but this kid's just getting started in the professional ranks, whether it be a coach, whether it be a broadcaster. Alvin and I talked about this on Wednesday, excuse me. Man, there's so much potential for that young man, and Adam Silver recognized it just before the Bulls made their pick last night. The great Rusty Silver is on the way in a couple of minutes. We'll talk all things NBA draft, and my initial opinion, I think the Bulls and the Knicks made out like bandits. I really do. I had some great chatter last night on Facebook watching all the posts. People are denouncing the Bulls pick already. You know what? Y'all need to just pay attention, okay? You guys that saying typical Pax, typical Gar Forman, and I'm going to let Rusty tell you who I'm going to let Rusty basically wrap up the my producer just tried to jump and get something, and he realized he wasn't tall. Shame on him. Shame on him. Anyway, I'm going to let Rusty tell you all the drafts happenings as far as the Bulls are concerned, and then for the bulk of the morning, I'm going to give you my opinion on who really made out like bandits. But I think the Bulls and the Knicks made out like bandits last night with who they picked. It's unfortunate that my other team, the Golden State Warriors, didn't have a pick last night because they mortgaged it in an earlier deal, and now talk is still rampant about them giving up Klay Thompson for Kevin Love. And I still think it's too risky of a trade. You know, would you like to see Kevin Love? I'd love to see Kevin Love in a Bulls uniform, to be honest with you. But with who the Bulls picked last night, I don't think that's feasible. And there were a lot of opinions thrown around last night about the draft, about who went where, about how teams have fared and who's supposed to be competitive. And I hear music. That means it's time for one thing and one thing only. It's the Friday edition of Rusty's Morning Wrap presented by Wood Forest Bank. And here to tell everybody what happened last night and yesterday afternoon, if you catch the hint, the great Rusty Silver has joined me on the hotline. Good morning, Rusty.
Good morning, Brian. Oh, wait a minute. I just got a call here from Adam Silver. The first pick of the 2014 NBA draft. I've been waiting to say that for a long time. Good morning, Brian. And by the way, he is not related to me. That name is Silver. I'm Silver, but that's close.
Close enough.
Brian. Morning, Brian, everybody. Welcome to Friday and the weekend Rusty's Morning Wrap-Up presented by Wood Forest Bank, the official bank of the Arena Sports Network. The Bulls swung a deal, which is something they never do when it comes to the draft. Usually they're laid back, they stand tall, and basically don't want to do anything worthwhile. Rumors fly around, but last evening they picked up a shooting guard by the name of Mark McDermott from Creighton. Bulls made their deal with the Denver Nuggets, giving away their 16th and 19th picks in the opening round. Bulls also get Anthony Rudolph, and a future second-round pick also goes to the Nuggets. Bulls also picked up Cameron Burstow, a power forward from New Mexico, with the 19th pick in the second round. With the moves, it opens the door and salary space for potentials for other trades and signing maybe a free agent or two, because don't forget the free agent signing period starts on July the 1st, and there'll be a lot of players making moves and making surprising moves at that. And I'm not sure if I'm, interested in these moves or not. It should be good to see what the Bulls will come up with. By the way, the top three picks were Andrew Wiggins going to Cleveland, Jabari Parker to the Bucks, and Joel Embiid to the 76ers. Over to the World Cup, Brazil, USA lost to Germany 1-0 on Thursday afternoon, but with the help of Ronaldo and Portugal, they defeated Ghana 2-1. USA advanced, finishing ahead of Portugal in the goal differential. USA will next play Belgium in the knockout stage, round of 16 on Tuesday. Germany also advanced by winning the group. Other matches on Thursday, Algeria tied Russia 1-1. Belgium shut out South Korea 1-0. Algeria moved into the knockout stage for the first time, and knockout stage games will begin tomorrow. Well, wait a second. There's no soccer to watch here today. What am I going to do? Baseball. Cubs picked up a 5-3 victory over the Washington Nationals at Wrigley Field last night. Justin Ruggiano's 2-run double in the 7th was the difference. Charlie Castro added a couple of RBIs. Anthony Rizzo had 3 hits, including a couple of doubles. Theo Ramirez picked up the win. Hector Rondon earned his 9th save. Cubs take on the Nationals again this afternoon at 3:05. Jason Hamill opposes Tanner Roark. White Sox were shut down all night long. This game you couldn't blame on the bullpen. A 7-0 drubbing by the Blue Jays. Sox had this 4 hit. Scott Carroll gave up 5 runs, 9 hits, and 5 innings in the loss. Sox visits Blue Jays again this evening. John Dinks throws against R.A. Dickey. With the NFL draft coming up this weekend, there's news coming out of a big contract extensions here. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Tays are looking to extend their contracts to $12 million each a year. Wow. Tennis, Wimbledon. Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer have reached the 3rd round. On the men's side, Serena Williams, Maria Sharapova have also advanced for the women. Golf, the Quicken Loans National at Bethesda, Maryland. Tiger Woods played his first professional round since the end of March, and he was rusty. He shot a 3 over 74. He stands 8 shots back of leader Greg Chalmers at 5 under. Auto racing, NASCAR Sprint Car race moves to the Kentucky Raceway. That'll be tomorrow night. The WNBA, Chicago Sky are healthy once again. They'll be on the road taking on the New York Liberty this evening. And lastly, Brian,
let me have it.
Fighting incident. FIFA, the governing body for soccer, has come out with a ruling on the recent fighting incident on Uruguay's Suarez for only a 4-month ban and 9 matches. There was an appeal, although by Uruguay, believing the punishment was too harsh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, this, by the way, was his 3rd time he's been caught.
Oh, jeez.
Of crime.
Are you
Rusty
bleeping
Silver from the
kidding
Arena
me?
Sports Network. Don't forget to visit Wood Forest Bank at woodforest.com for more.
Here we go with the bites again.
I know you can bite somebody 3 times and only get a 4-month suspension. You got to go longer than that. I'm sorry.
You know what? And some people are saying it's too harsh? What?
No, not at all.
I think it should be longer.
I didn't know, Mike Tyson got away with it too a little bit, but I just don't understand why that wouldn't be. Yes, I remember this name got the ban for life for a headbutt, but fighting should be just as bad.
It should be. It should be. Period. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Rusty. Have a great weekend, partner.
All right, we'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great day.
That's Rusty Silber for Rusty's Morning Wrap-Up. And in just a couple of moments, my take on last night's NBA draft, including the honor giving to one Isaiah Austin. And a few of the suits that I saw last night, yikes. And that is all I will say. I'm back in the deuce.
Have you heard the good news about a company that started 4 years ago and worked at a relentless pace based entirely upon one simple premise? Have you heard the good news about a place you can go to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved? Have you heard the good news that you yourself can share stories about this same theme to others in your community? That place is LaPorteCountyLife.com. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can celebrate a company that had a crazy dream based on a belief that positive breeds positive and that people want to read, hear, and watch stuff about good people. At LaPorteCountyLife.com, you can go to a place to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region that you live in and the people involved. Want to see more? Want to read more? Want to hear more? Then go to LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news?
At Strachan Van Til, we think differently about groceries. We always have. So what does that mean? It means better, fresher, focused on you. Your neighborhood store that gives you more. It's quality, selection, the variety you want. Choice meats, deli, bakery, your one-stop shop. Everything on your list and all for less. With the savings you deserve and unbeatable service, that's different. That's built around you, and that's your Strachan Van Til.
Get your best price on Ford trucks, Focus, F-150, Explorer, Escape, and Lincoln MKS, MKT, MKX, MKZ, as well as Fiesta, Fusion, Taurus, Mustang, Navigator, and all other new Ford Lincoln vehicles at the all-new Sowers Ford in Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer. We offer new and used Ford Lincoln vehicles, parts, service, and used cars. If you are in Northwest Indiana or near Michigan City, LaPorte, Hobart, Burns Harbor, Valparaiso, Chesterton, South Bend, or Portage, there is no comparison to the other dealers around town. We are about to earn your business with top quality service and the most competitive pricing in Indiana. Stop by today at 3930 Franklin Street in Michigan City or give us a call at 219-879-5381. That's 219-879-5381. Or visit us online at www.sowersauto.com. Sowers Ford Lincoln, Northwest Indiana's newest Ford Lincoln dealer.
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question and get a silly answer.
Back and better than ever, Snowman in the Morning, presented by LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorte County Life, have you heard the good news? Lots to get to here in this express edition of Snowman in the Morning, but I must make a note first. I had planned on a big afternoon locker room. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cancel it because an assignment has come up, and pardon me, it's going to take me on the road. And I guess the coffee didn't work this time. Well, as I was saying, I had planned a big afternoon locker room, but unfortunately, an assignment has come up, and I had planned to have Mike Green on the show with me, and I'm going to, during the next break, tell him what happened. But the Scion Milwaukee Pro-Am is going to be on ASN tonight. That assignment just came up. We jumped all over it, so we're going to do a couple of games here. Do a couple of games tonight, and maybe it could be an assignment that could go for the rest of the summer. Who knows? We also have plans to cover the Chicago Mustangs, semi-pro football, the Great American Football League. I believe that's what it is, because we did their championship game last year from Hales Franciscan. We're going to try and do that again, and the Continental Indoor Lacrosse League. Indoor lacrosse may be coming to ASN. Waiting to hear an answer from that. Speaking of coverage, we are also going to have live coverage of the 2014 Northern Indiana Babe Ruth District Tournament from Chesterton High School in Chesterton, Indiana. That begins Monday afternoon at 5:30. So we will originate our afternoon locker room from Northwest Indiana all next week. Man, you gotta love it. Pay attention. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. Now, the Bulls actually made a deal on draft night, and I'd say they made one hell of a deal. Now, they had 2 draft picks, 16 and 19, gave them to Denver, and the person we have coming in, his name is Doug McDermott. Played all 4 years at Creighton. Played under his dad, Greg McDermott, the head coach. You know what? I love this pick. I love whom the Bulls picked up. Joseph Bergerson had a comment last night saying, cutting salary, hope it's a sign of big moves to come. Well, who says they need to make a big move on top of that? Adrian Payne, a Michigan State product, headed to Atlanta. Sir Dowd chimed in, saying he's going to an athletic team, where he will fit in. I think he becomes a solid starter in the NBA. I agree with that, Sir Dowd. I agree with that. Larry Babcock, I posted a comment that said, welcome to Chicago, Doug McDermott. My buddy Larry Babcock, South Suburban, said, I thought Oklahoma took him. No, he is in Chicago. I thought he went to Denver. Well, he did go to Denver, and I posted that. And Nathan Laird started the chatter. He's getting traded to the Bulls. And Joshua Jackson confirmed it, and then I confirmed it. And Mark Farina chimed in and said, great selection, talented, smart, very coachable, and hardworking. He absolutely owned Illinois State. No wonder Mark posted a comment. And other Valley teams, that's why he seemed to play there forever. He was the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year, and I believe the National Player of the Year. Todd Mintz, my buddy Mincy, came in and said, damn good player. I see 10-year-plus pro. Kirk Heinwood with a better scoring clip from my buddy Alvin Washington. Everyone that I talked to last night was worried about his defense. The Kirk Heinrich comic was followed by this from Mark Farina, bigger and better. I've heard him described as a Larry Bird caliber player. I will take that in a heartbeat. I know him to be. I've seen him play. This is what got on my nerve. Andrew Drysarf, I hope I said that right, buddy, said, terrible move, typical Pax. No, not this time. Gary Rima, my dear friend from the University of Northern Iowa, said, Brian, Bulls fans will love this kid. Top quality in all facets, high hoops IQ, and can flat out score the basketball. National Player of the Year, because he is just that good. Thank you, Gary Rima. Woo! I'm going to love seeing McDermott run the floor with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. Everybody wants to look at the cost-cutting moves. Rusty pointed that out this morning during the wrap. Yes, it's a cost-cutting move, sending the 2 picks we had, including Gary Harris out of Michigan State, who would have fit well here, but I think Doug McDermott fits better. And the reason I think he fits better, I don't quite know how to equate this, but this is the best thing. This is the best way I can do it. And y'all going to have to pardon me for a moment because I may have to cough here in a minute. But this is the best way that I can equate it. Do you all remember a young player by the name of Scottie Pippen who played for the Bulls for 13 years? I equate Doug McDermott to him. Same kind of length, same kind of size, same kind of shooting touch. Let Tibbs get to him and coach him and get him better on his defense. He's going to become one hell of a player because anybody that follows the Bulls knows that Tibbs preaches defense first, the same way Phil Jackson did. If Phil Jackson can mold Scottie Pippen into the defensive stopper that he was, then I think Tom Thibodeau can do the same for Doug McDermott. This is a great, great pick. It cost us a pair in the first round, but I'd rather take this one for the 2. Now, will there be some other moves made with free agency pending? You better believe there will be. But I believe in this. I believe in the Bulls management that they are going to make the absolute right moves to get the Bulls situated and back into competing for not just a conference title, but an NBA World Championship. It's going to take them a couple of years. All right, let's just get this out of the way. It's going to take them a couple of years. But this move by the Bulls getting Doug McDermott, I think it's going to solidify them in the East. I really do. And again, I will bring up the point that everyone has brought up to me, that there will be concerns about his defense. Well, that's why you bring a rookie in. You identify where he lacks, and then you take then you take it from there. You coach him. And Doug McDermott is very coachable. He's going to be very likable too. I mean, Rose and McDermott in the backcourt running the floor. And McDermott can bring the ball up, folks. That's the thing. McDermott can bring the ball up, and he's a damn good post player. I'll say it right one day. He is a damn good post player. So don't put down a player just because he wasn't the player that you wanted. Okay? That's going to be a mistake. That is going to be a mistake. Okay? Because he's going to wind up surprising some people. I guarantee you that. You know, and the only thing is that, you know, Kirk Heinrich went through the same thing. 4 years at Kansas, just a few injuries have curtailed Heinrich. But after we got rolled, some moves had to be made. Yeah, but I don't see Doug McDermott going anywhere for a while. He is the kind of player that could fit in Tom Thibodeau's system. He is the kind of player that can be in this system, learn it, know it, and apply it, and not only become a scoring machine because he already can score the basketball. I've seen that at Creighton. Okay? And he's always the kind of player that can make adjustments when people adjust to him. I know that about him. I've seen that. And I'm not going to be surprised if he makes an adjustment as quickly as he does to the NBA and get his game even better for the NBA, because his father's a coach. So he's got instant access to advice. And he's going to be leaning on a lot of advice. To get himself situated in the NBA. Snowman of the Morning, presented by Woodforest Bank, the official bank of the Arena Sports Network. Visit woodforest.com for more information. Don't forget, beginning Monday, we got some baseball for you from Northwest Indiana. More details as we go along. Now, the most intriguing pick, the most intriguing pick last evening was not even to a team, as you'll hear in this clip in a moment, courtesy of ESPN. It was not even to a team. Adam Silver, I give him a lot of applause. And I got to find this doggone thing now. I gotta find this doggone thing now. You know what? Someone tried to call in and they messed me up. No, I'm kidding. I'll find it here in a moment. But the most intriguing pick and the most beautiful pick did not go to a team, is what I wanted to say. It went to the NBA. Now, earlier this week, Alvin Washington and I told you the story of Isaiah Austin, who just a couple of days before the draft was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome, which has made him legally blind in his right eye. And right before the Bulls made their pick in the first round, Adam Silver decided to do something to honor Isaiah Austin. The clip you're about to hear is courtesy of the NBA and courtesy of ESPN, who aired the draft last night. It is Adam Silver recognizing this young man in a way that only the NBA can do it.
Before we continue tonight, I want to take a moment to recognize Baylor center Isaiah Austin. You may have heard about Isaiah. He is one of the nation's best collegiate players and was expected to be picked tonight before the discovery just a few days ago that he had a genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome and is no longer able to play competitive basketball. Like the other young men here tonight, Isaiah committed himself through endless hard work and dedication to a potential career as a professional basketball player, and we wanted to make sure he fulfilled at least this part of his dream. So it gives me great pleasure to say that with the next pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the NBA selects Isaiah Austin from Baylor University.
Once again, you're hearing this courtesy of ESPN and the National Basketball Association.
Isaiah, what is it like for you to be here in the green room, get called up to the podium with Adam Silver, and watch a night that you've been looking forward to hearing your name for so long?
It's one of the biggest blessings of my life. I've worked so hard to get to this point, and unfortunately it was taken away, but when God closes one door, he opens up another for you.
How has the process been over the last couple of days throughout the fact that you won't be able to play competitive basketball again?
It's been the toughest week of my life, but I have a great support system behind me. My family has been with me the whole way, and God has really just put willpower in my heart to help me push through this.
You said earlier in a quote that it's not the end, it's the beginning. And can you describe what that means? What's the next step for Isaiah Austin?
I'm going to dream again. I'm going to go around. I'm going to share my story with as many people as I can. And I'm just hoping to touch people's lives and let them know that any obstacle that they're facing, they can get through it. All they have to do is keep a positive mind and thank God for every moment that they're on this earth.
Congratulations, Isaiah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How about that? How about that? Once again, that clip is courtesy of the NBA and ESPN. How about that? You can talk about Jabari Parker going to the Bucks. You can talk about Doug McDermott going to the Bulls in a trade like I've done already. You can talk about Andrew Wiggins going number 1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But that was the best pick of the night. And did you hear what this young man said? It's not the end. It's the beginning. And the beginning for him involves something that my partner in crime for so many years, Alvin Washington, said best. He's going to go around and share his story. There's going to be a lot of public speaking engagements for this young man. And I wouldn't be surprised that if that's not the only microphone that he uses. I would not be surprised at all. He's worked so hard to get to this point. He wanted to play professionally. He wanted to be drafted. When this story broke, and we talked about this on Tuesday, when this story broke, the folks said the NBA on TNT, Kenny the Jet Smith, Sir Charles Barkley said they reached out to him, and then Adam Silver took the bull by the horns and made Isaiah Austin his special guest for last night's draft at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. How cool is that? And the best thing, and I know a lot of people are going to be turned off by this, but I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The best thing about Isaiah Austin's comments is the fact that he put God first in all of them. Period. That is the best thing about every word that came out of that young man's mouth last evening. That he put God first in all of his comments. Something that people are afraid to do in public. I am not one of them, and he wasn't one of them either. He's taught him to push through his adversity. He's taught him to push through everything that blocks his way. And he made that known last night. That's what I loved about hearing that. And I'll say it once again. You can dissect and decipher this draft all you want to about who went where, about which team came out on top. I think Isaiah Austin was the star of the show. And he's going to be a star for a long, long time as he goes around the country telling people his story. And when his story is told, he's going to touch a lot of people's lives. And we here at the Arena Sports Network join him in his mission. It's now become a mission to educate people on Marfan syndrome. It's now become a mission to educate people that you can be a dreamer, okay? And I've spoken of this before. And I was once upon a time one of the people. I'm being told to take a break, but let me get this out and then I'll come back with this. I was once upon a time one of those people that had a dream and then gave up on it because people told me to. Not anymore. There's nothing in the good book that says you don't have to. There's nothing in the good book that says you have to give up a dream and continue to keep it on the back burner because someone else tells you to. That's baloney. And I believe that now more than ever. Pause for a break. When we come back, I'll expand on that point, and then we're going to get out of here because I got something to do later today. And we got a lot of promos to tell you guys about, including something that has come up tonight. I will tell you more. You're listening to Snowman in the Morning on the Arena Sports Network. Wait a minute. Okay, now we got it. I'll be back in a deuce.
Do you suffer from severe chronic pain caused by a back or neck injury, migraine headaches, or a work injury? Take heart. Midwest Interventional Spine Specialist is the region's leading provider of minimally invasive, non-surgical pain treatments. For more than a decade, physicians and patients in Munster, Dyer, East Chicago, Hammond, Hobart, Merrillville, St. John, and Valparaiso have turned to Miss First for effective relief of even the most severe and painful conditions. Our board-certified fellowship-trained experts use a wide range of minimally invasive techniques to dramatically relieve your pain. In fact, for more than a decade, Miss Specialists have been first to deliver proven effective treatment innovations for spinal pain and other conditions to patients throughout northwestern Indiana. For more information, pay us a visit at 8840 Calumet Avenue, Suite 103 in Munster, or give us a call at 219-836-7246. The Midwest Interventional Spine Specialist, First Improvement Pain Solutions, first in patient care.
You do a lot of thinking on a bike about your life, family, your dreams. One of my dreams came to me on a bike, to open up my own shop. So what happens when you complete a dream? Well, you just start thinking of the next.
Visit DrastichAgency.com or call 219-945-3040 and ask Joel Drastich how you can get all of your insurance under one roof.
Hey, I'm Charles Tillman, cornerback for your Chicago Bears. I've tackled a lot in my life, but nothing more difficult than waiting for my daughter to receive a life-saving heart transplant. Thanks to the selfless gift of another human being, my wife and I get to hold our daughter each and every day. You too can help give someone a second chance at life. As a registered organ donor, you can help save the lives of more than 25 people. Be a team player. Register to be an organ and tissue donor at donatelifeillinois.org.
Now what's that? I say now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
Snowman in the Morning back on this Friday, the Express Edition, brought to you by LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news? Let's see. What we got going on next week? Got some baseball with the Northern Indiana Babe Ruth Senior League District Tournament. That's in Chesterton. That begins Monday. That means the afternoon locker room will originate its programming in Indiana. Oh, scoot. This is what I get for drinking 44 ounces of water at the top of the morning. Oops. Sorry about that. Let me just take a moment here, and I'm going to expand on what I was talking about with Isaiah Austin in a second. But let me just take a moment to thank the fans that have stood, the true fans of the show that have stood by me and stood by our company as we've hit some bumps on the road, but we're finally turning the corner and finally getting everything together. Rusty Silber, let me thank you for staying on me about getting everything together and lending advice when you can. Much appreciated. Got another friend, Tennille Jackson, a.k.a. Author TJ. Thank you very much for your support. And, excuse me, if y'all haven't heard about Author TJ, I suggest you go check her out. She's an award-winning author. She is a great talk show host. And not to mention a big basketball fan that I love having on the show from time to time. But be that as it may, she is a wonderful person. I had a chance to meet her a year ago. So thank you for that. Thank you again to all the fans for the chatter last night during the NBA draft. Thank you to one of my dearest friends in crime, Mr. Mark Farina, my baseball webcast partner during the spring season. He hangs with me from basically the end of February all the way to mid-June when we do the state championships down in Joliet. And this was the second consecutive year that we had a chance to do the state championships in Joliet. And my thanks to Matt Troha and the folks at the IHSA, the Illinois High School Association, for making that happen. My thanks also to Tony Midas, who is a Packer fan. I must make note of that. Tony Midas, the athletic director at Marquette Catholic High School in Michigan City, Indiana. He gave me my first education on Hoosier hysteria, and boy, was it ever the case, with Marquette Catholic going all the way to Indianapolis and winning the state championship. And I got to tease my friend Jolene again. This time it's not about the Seahawks. Jolene made a bet with me sometime back that I would see no other NBA arena aside of the United Center. Well, guess what? You owe me some food, doggone it, because the NBA arena that I had a chance to visit on March 29th is called Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. So take that. And I said that just to mess with her. She's been a dear friend. You know what? She's one of the people that gave me a kick in the ass when I need it, and I love her for that. And she's always hung around, and I make this comparison very kiddingly, and I know she's listening. She's in Atlanta right now. She's originally from Seattle, so I know the time difference is kicking her ass right now. I know the time difference is kicking her in the tail. I make this comparison very jokingly. She's like a bad Penny, and I don't mean Penny Hardaway either. She just keeps turning up. You know, she would keep asking me, when are you going to let me listen to your show? And I would always refuse to do it. But now with the invention of the internet, she caught me one day. When I was doing my afternoon show, she caught me and she listened. And for some reason, she was awestruck because I was busy acting a fool in front of a microphone. But I just wanted to make that note to her that she owes me dinner because I've seen Bankers Life Fieldhouse now, and I've seen another NBA arena outside of the United Center. Oh, you want a bonus? You want I know Jolene's listening. Like I said, she's down in Atlanta. You want a bonus? It's called Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Take that. But I say that all out of love, and I say thank you to her. I say thank you also to Alvin Washington, my partner in crime for 18 years. We built this franchise beginning with ISNet in 1996, covering the Chicago Public League, covering the Chicago Catholic League. We expanded from there. We've gone to state. We've gone to Ohio. We've gone to Minnesota. Yes, I said Minnesota. We've gone to Ohio. We've gone to Minnesota. We've gone to Indiana. We've gone to Iowa. We've taken our brand through Iowa. We've taken our brand through Missouri. We're going to take this brand throughout the country, including Seattle, Washington. And I sincerely hope they don't blow up the Key Arena until I get a chance to put a microphone in there. Now, I had a question posed to me. I got a question of the day coming at the end of the show, so hang on for that. I had a question posed to me that if there was an arena that is on my bucket list, what would it be? That's easy. The world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. I've watched many a games with Michael Jordan lighting up the Knicks and Charles Smith getting blocked 5 times. But I've watched many a game with the Knicks. So that is I don't care if it's a high school game or a small college game or a big college game or whatever. I intend to call a game at MSG before I hang up my microphone forever. Period. That's on my bucket list. I know Key Arena's on my bucket list, but I don't know how much longer that's going to be alive, considering the fact that David Stern engineered the Sonics being taken away from Seattle unfairly, and I still believe that, and I'm going to continue to believe that. And I know I'm jumping all over the place, and I know I got a break coming up here in just a moment, but this is just me taking time out to thank the fans. And again, let me expand on a point that Isaiah Austin said last night. He may not be able to play basketball professionally, but this is not an end for him. This is the beginning, especially with the gesture that Adam Silver put together yesterday. The NBA selects Isaiah Austin. How about that for recognition in front of a full house at the Barclays Center? How about that for recognition? He said it several times, Isaiah did. This is not an end for me. This is the beginning. And he put God in every single sentence that he said in his quotes last night. He acknowledged the fact that it's been tough for him to be diagnosed with Marfan syndrome 2 days prior to the draft. But again, I go back to what he said. It's not an end for him. It's a beginning. And it's a huge beginning for him. Huge. This man's going to go across the country and tell his story. And I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm going to go ahead and say this right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you caught him on the set of TNT with the NBA real soon. So Isaiah Austin, we are very proud of you, young man. Take the opportunity that you have been given and run with it. Run as far as you can. The reporter asked him, what's next? He said, I'm going to dream again. This is basically turned into a message, but the hell with it. People need to learn this. People need to become old school again. People need to dream again. Don't be afraid to do that. But once you dream it, go out and chase it. And when you go out and chase it, you catch that sumbitch. That's it. You dream it, you chase it, and then you catch it. And once you catch that one, dream again. That's what Isaiah Austin's doing. And a lot of people need to continue to do that. And I say continue to do that because there's not enough dreamers in the world, because there's not enough nerve. So get the nerve. That's all I'm saying. Just get the nerve. Question of the day, and we'll close it out when we come back.
Looking for something to do Saturday nights this summer? Then the Arena Sports Network is a place for you every Saturday night. Every Saturday night, the Northeast Ohio Predators take center stage in semi-pro football action right here on the Arena Sports Network. As you can hear Mike Kern with the call every Saturday night at 7 p.m., only right here on the Arena Sports Network.
Have you ever wanted your own phone app but thought it was too expensive? Here is something even better. The best custom mobile page QR system in the world, designed for smartphones, iPhones, and tablets. Have the business card of the future for our mobile world. It includes your own customizable mobile page with unlimited flexibility, your contact info, YouTube channel, videos, events, specials, audio, and more, all on your mobile page. Your own back office so you can make real-time, unlimited updates and changes as often and as much as you want. One code is all you will ever need as you change anything in real time from your back office. This is your business card on all ads, Facebook, t-shirts, flyers, and doorways everywhere. All of this for $99.90 a year plus a $3 payment fee. Visit www.qr2015.net for more information or call 312-802-1208. That's 312-802-1208. The future is in your...
Have you heard the good news about a crazy dream based on a belief that positive breeds positive and that people want to read, hear, and watch stuff about good people? Have you heard the good news about a place you can go to enjoy positive, community-oriented information about the town, city, or region you live in and the people involved? Have you heard the good news about a place where you can celebrate what is right in the world, share it with your friends, family, and community, and neighbors at school, work, or place of worship, and have fun doing it? Well, there is such a place. That place is LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorteCountyLife.com is all about the positive, not the negative, bringing out the best and not the worst, and all about promoting positivity in your community. LaPorteCountyLife.com. Have you heard the good news?
Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it, yeah.
You're listening to Snowman in the Morning.
Ask a silly question and get a silly answer.
Thanks, Foghorn Leghorn. Snowman in the Morning coming down the stretch here on this Friday. We are presented by LaPorteCountyLife.com. LaPorte County Life, have you heard the good news? You know, this has been an absolute blast, and it's a blast every morning talking to you folks. And I'm going to continue to do this. Not just because of the fact that it's fun, but because, you know what? No, I'm not going to state the other reason. Wouldn't be nice, wouldn't be fair. Now, let's close this bad boy up the only way we know how, with the question of the day. The question of the day is presented by Gigahertz, the official computer solutions company of the Arena Sports Network. Gigahertz, and that's where we come in. Okay. Earlier in the week, I posed a question about if you had an arcade, what games would you put in it? This is a backup to that question. And it is as follows. Not only what kind of games would you put in it, but would you include the following? And you have a choice. Pinball machines or skee ball? In your ultimate arcade, besides all the old school, and I'm posting this right now on Facebook as we speak, would you include skee ball or pinball? I'm waiting to see the responses for this one, but when I do these kind of questions, I don't want to take a shot, but I want to be sure that I take the high road and stay on the high road. But be that as it may, I'm waiting to see the responses for this. Again, that's the question of the day presented by Gigahertz. Would you put, along with, oh my gosh, I can't talk this morning. Typing, sorry. Would you include skee ball or pinball in your ultimate arcade? And I was blank for a minute because I was typing and all that good stuff. Would you include skee-ball or pinball in your arcade? I'd have a little of both. You know, you want to have a couple of skill games in there. And, pardon me. You want to have a couple of skill games in there, like I said. And y'all know me. I'm old school to my heart. I am old school to my heart. And I would have to have some of I'm going to mess with a friend of mine. I had a friend, Wayne Adams. I went to high school with him. He says if the Bulls get Carmelo, it's title time, period. Wayne, apparently you haven't been listening earlier in the week. We don't need him and we don't want him. We really don't need him. Now, again, let me thank the fans for this past week. We got through a full week of shows. I'm glad that nothing came up during the morning show, and I'm going to try to repeat this consistency with the afternoon program. And you can hear the Afternoon Locker Room every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. I had Mike Green scheduled to come on with me this afternoon, but an assignment has come up at the last second. So I'm going to bring him on Monday for a full NHL draft wrap-up. The hockey aficionado makes his debut on the network, talking hockey, talking all kinds of sports with me because he's a Blackhawks fan, he's a White Sox fan, so I got to have him on for those two reasons. But it's all about hockey on Monday on the Afternoon Locker Room, and Mike Lyle will join me as well. All kinds of good things. And let me say thank you to a very good friend of mine who was there for me. I want to say thank you to Keith Myers. Keith Myers was there for me when I was crying like a baby when Marquette Catholic won it all in Indianapolis. He has become a very, very dear friend. And Keith Myers will ride shotgun with me a couple days next week. With that in mind,
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Oh, man. Wasn't that great, kid?
thanks everybody for a great week. Some great content. We got more for you. And remember, a change in programming coming in August. Thank you all very much. Don't forget to listen in to us at arenasportsnet.com. Click listen live. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/arenasportsnet and /SIT morning and facebook.com/arenasportsnet and /snowman in the morning. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Remember to make your next move your best move. God bless. I'll talk to y'all Monday. So long, everybody.